gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the painters.
I have a question. Amongst us, do we have someone who would consider themselves an artist? This child here has seen the show before, and he knows that he is not one to do this. Would anyone like to paint a painting for our gallery in the back? Anybody? Oh, we have one person saying Francisco. Are you Francisco?
Yes.
Do we have anybody else? Oh, very good. You come up and you come up. Please, both of you. I'm going to make you battle to the death. Just kidding. We're all dead already. All right. And what is your name?
Zach.
And again, your name?
Francisco.
Very good. And Zach, how do you spell your name? Is it with a CK or a CH? Or
CK.
just a... Okay.
CK.
The correct answer was just a K. And how do you spell your name?
All of it?
Oh, yes, very good. Good answer. You win. 1 second.
Do I get down now? Or?
No, you stay. You stay and you watch. So, your full name again, sir?
Francisco.
Great. And I wrote your last name down because I read it through the world.
Oh, wait, how did you spell it? This I want to double check.
I spelled it correctly. And now I would like to ask you, where do you wish you were born?
Mexico.
Very good. Great place, I've been there.
Oh.
Cancun. Also, where do you wish your soul was born? What year do you wish your soul was born in?
Wait, where and when?
What year?
1975.
1975, very good. Do you have a reason?
No.
That's fine. Okay, very good. Oh, and so we must make you a painter now. You are ready. How are you doing, Zach?
Great.
Great. And then please put this on so that you look like a real painter and not just some hipster. And then put this on. Nope, you put it on. You see.
Over.
Very good. Like a tiny child. Here is your paintbrush. And every week we ask for a new painting item. This last week we've got jelly beans. So you can paint with jelly beans along with the other items we've provided for you back there. No, I will keep this. Please follow me. Zach, please stay here.
Zach, you poor child. It's so sad that you have not been able to wear beret and plaid shirt.
Pretty sad, yeah.
You're very sad. I can see in your eyes you are not picked to be painter, even though you have the art inside of you.
You really think so?
Yes, I know this, but it would never come out now. If you could make your sadness into being an object, what object would it be?
Probably an ice cube.
Ice cube. Ice cube. Ice cube. Ice cube. Ice cube. Ice cube. Ice cube. Ice cube.
We open on Ice Cube. The raffle.
He's on the set of the show he's on. I'm gonna guess CSI.
The set, for some reason today, is a poor artifice. It's cardboard. Looks really crummy. It's held together with Scotch tape.
It's season 30 of whatever show Ice Cube is on.
Over here, the makeup artist and the cinematographer are furiously making out.
They're both made out of cardboard, taped together.
Ice-T looks much older than he should at this point.
Ice Cube is standing right next to Ice-T.
Ice Cube is also here. A cardboard cutout of Richard Belzer is standing next to Ice Cube.
Vanilla Ice is here because he has nothing else to do.
And so is Mr. T. Mr. T's over here.
The villain of this episode, Iceman, is waiting in the wings of the set.
It also has Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Mr. T and Ice Cube catch each other's eyes across the set, but they know that their love has been forbidden by society.
Ice Cube is right here, as we established.
All of the actors are drinking those giant cans of Arizona iced tea, and all of the production crew is drinking Lipton's Brisk iced tea.
Iced Tea has one of each, and he's going.
And just to be clear, we have Ice Cube here, we have Ice T here, the actual star of CSI, we have Vanilla Ice, and then over here we have Mr. T. Oh, thank you very much.
And also here is Iceman from Top Gun.
He's just chilling. He has...
We zoom out on a rocket ship, and we fly up to space and land in a parallel universe where it's only Ice-T standing, going like this, and Vanilla Ice over here.
Since we are in space, it's very cold.
Ice-T is wearing a spacesuit that has the Russian flag insignia on his lapel.
Vanilla Ice has an American flag.
Vanilla Ice is holding a hockey stick, though.
Because in this reality, hockey is the most popular sport in America.
Even though it's space, a gentle blanket of snow is falling softly between them. And as the snow falls, it begins to fall in a more ordained fashion, building up a mysterious figure.
Ice-T looks at Vanilla Ice and stares.
As they start to make a connection for the first time in their life, the snow continues to build. It's in the shape of a man.
A snow man. A snow man. A snow man.
A man made completely out of snow.
Snowflakes in the shape of a man.
There seems to be snow falling in what would appear to be the anatomy of a human male.
By this we mean it is not your classic view of a snowman with the balls and all that, but rather a humanoid figure of a man with the balls,
with the balls.
and all that.
All while this is happening, still trying to make a connection and just remember who is who.
Ice Cube Vanilla Ice!
Says the two cosmonauts watching from an observation deck a few meters away.
In the observation deck, the cosmonauts have been sipping down Cosmos for the past 15 minutes.
There's a calendar on the wall of their observation deck, and it says the year 2016.
It's a Cosmo calendar with Cosmo.
There's sexy sex tips written on the border.
One has been circled.
There's a poster of Cosmo Kramer saying, "I don't ask for much."
Over here, there's a container of liquid. It says Cosmos, and that right next to it, there's one that says Cosmonauts.
Across the poster has been painted the word racist.
There's a poster over here of Carl Sagan and Neil deGrasse Tyson fist fighting.
On that poster is also the painted the word racist, but then crossed out and meant like sorry.
There's a couple cosmonauts over here, but they're just in cosplay. Not real cosmonauts.
We go into the world they think they're in. A fantasy world surrounded with, there's trees, but they're like different colors because it's fantasy.
Some of them are just wrapped in duct tape to make it look like the future of trees.
Oddly enough, the duct tape does protect the trees from animals feeding on its bark.
Honestly, most of the trees are made out of cardboard.
There is a cardboard cutout of a squirrel running across the top of this tree branch.
The cardboard is radioactive, so it's actually moving.
The squirrel is, yes, just a squirrel in his normal life, but since this is cosplay, he is Cornot, the dwarf master of dwarves.
He regularly plays with a group which plays Squirrels and Bigger Squirrels, the famous role-playing game.
The squirrel is one acorn point away from achieving Grand Dwarf status, which is not as racist as it sounds.
He's wearing armor that he made himself out of pop cans.
They're Arizona tea cans.
There's a chipmunk over here that just never gets invited to the D&D game.
But he has also made his own armor out of Lipton brisk iced tea cans.
He's self-conscious about the fact that they're weaved from Diet Lipton Brisk. He can't even commit to the regular variety.
This world is quiet because there are no humans.
They exchange a small, uncertain glance betwixt them.
They just kind of let it sit that there are no humans.
There are no humans?
There are no humans. There are no humans.
Wow.
Beautiful flowers begin to bloom from the ground.
Yeah, flowers keep sprouting and sprouting as there continues to be no humans.
The trees grow and push off their duct tape bounds, showing their true beautiful bark because there are no humans.
Bees buzz around unharmed by cell phones because there are no humans.
The air is fresh and crisp.
Because there are no humans.
Now, all of a sudden, there's so many chipmunks and so many squirrels because there are no humans.
There are no humans.
The masses of chipmunks and squirrels all glare across at each other. Chipmunks on one side, squirrels on the other.
Inexplicably, the squirrels develop a system of caste property, top-down garbage that values materialism over the common good.
The chipmunks have a very, equal society. They all kind of work for each other. Nobody is better than the other, but they all have, a unique set of skills that they can offer each other.
Unfortunately, it causes staleness in their technological development, and they are constantly overpowered by the squirrels.
The squirrels see this, and just like they do to themselves, they realize an opportunity to take over the chipmunks without them even knowing it.
We cut to the squirrels' war room where their war plans are planned.
There are general squirrels in general hats smoking acorns.
They stand before a long oak table that stretches the length of the room.
It has a war map. All of the tanks are carved out of acorns.
Across the oak table is a bear skin of a bear they fucking murdered.
The main general, the lead general, is missing an eye. His family was hurt by chipmunks, and he will never forgive them. He is driven by rage.
He's very decorated. There is literally no more spot for medals. He is weighed down by all of his medals.
But because of how decorated and weighed down he has bulging, rippling muscles.
The reason his eye is missing is because he wanted to prove a point.
His muscles are really big.
Super duper. We're talking like Arnold Schwarzenegger big.
Like The Rock big.
Yeah.
If he had any time for sexual encounters, everyone would want him, but he's focused on military all the time.
One squirrel sits at the end. This squirrel is really a chipmunk dressed in this chipmunk. It's a chipmunk dressed in a squirrel's fur.
Also known as a spy.
This chipmunk dressed in a squirrel's fur has only one medal on his chest.
It's a participation medal.
But it's still meaningful because it gave it its all to earn it.
And the area up under the medal, which is like a little bit heavy, is just a little bit toned and muscly.
This squirrel is good at manipulating. This chipmunk is good
So
at
good.
manipulating older squirrels, and the older squirrels have taken a shining to this young, up-and-coming squirrel.
The chipmunk wears an eye patch, but has both eyes underneath.
The general has always been suspicious of this squirrel, even though the rest of his squirrel cabinet seems to really like him.
There is a spot circled on the war map in front of him, a certain tree.
Underneath the oak table, there's a bomb that the spy has hidden.
The spy remembers this and is like, oh fuck, I'm not supposed to be at this meeting.
The spy raises his hand.
And asks to be dismissed.
The general refuses and demands a presentation from the spy.
On top of the table.
The chipmunk spy gives a stands up to present on the tree, knowing that all of its chipmunk family lives in that tree.
Fortified by the knowledge that the participation medal was mostly gained through impromptu PowerPoints.
The squirrel chipmunk starts to meditate, realizing this is their last moment, and has an out-of-body experience, and floats to his chipmunk family to speak with them one last time.
They are having a chipmunk Christmas dinner.
One of the chipmunks has a peg leg.
There is a pile of tiny roasted acorns in the center of the table.
This chipmunk right here is like super big for a chipmunk, but he's super sweet too.
The main course is part of a bear, which they fucking murdered.
We cut to the family of bears living in a cave. The bears are just scared shitless.
One of them has a peg leg.
We see the bear furniture just tore up as it's been ravished just out of anger and fear and confusion.
There are exactly 4 bears here, and they're all holding each other as close as they can.
There are iron bars on the front of the cage, and they look new.
The bear medicine cabinet of antidepressants and anxiety medication has been thoroughly ravished, and there are none left.
This bear has tore out most of its fur just anxiously.
It's starting to look like a human?
As they pick fur from their faces and from their bodies, you can see more and more of the skin beneath.
They start to just shed their skin as if it were the skin of a boiled tomato, and it just kind of falls off onto the ground.
They are crying so hard, and the tears are washing away the extra skin and the dead stuff.
The astral projection of the spy chipmunk watching this scene brings a tear to its eye, recognizing the plight of its own family, seeing it in the bear family.
The horror. The horror.
A tear falls out of its fake eye patch.
And as they pick away the last pieces of their skin, a ripple goes out throughout the world, throughout the community of chipmunks and squirrels. Humans are back. Humans are back.
The astral projection of the chipmunk spy floods back to the general room and into its body.
It's in the middle of giving the PowerPoint of its life.
And just as the ripple hits them and all of them realize that the humans are back, the bomb explodes.
And we cut out and see the tree where this war room is in explode.
Its cardboard bark flies out into the sky.
It's being watched by 2 cosmonauts, and they're super drunk right now.
Its explosion tears down the flowers and ripples through everything.
The cosplay area is just melt. There's no more duct tape. Doesn't exist anymore.
Everything is burning and on fire.
The humans feel right at home.
The boys are back in town begins playing throughout the space station.
The two humans walk through the fire, knowing that they did this, and now they own this place.
Time just kind of understands the mood and then starts moving slower. So,
And as they walk through the fire and you see more and more of their features, you can see that this is two naked people, Ice-T and Ice Cube.
Fully human, balls and all.
boys are back in town. Boys are back in
They both take out two guns and just start shooting them into the air.
Bullets
For
just
no reason.
flying off into the air, just destroying everything.
Killing all the birds that escaped the fire.
We pull out to the space station where the cosmonauts are drunkenly watching.
Their cosmos are empty.
Their cosmonauts are full.
This cosmonaut has been painted with the word racist, but then crossed out and said sorry.
He regrets a lifetime of poor judgments and bigotry.
We see that the day on the Cosmo calendar that was circled was a future date then, but is now today's date.
So you're saying it's the future?
I'm saying in the past, today was the future, but now it's today. And the sex tape.
Okay, come here. So when it was circled, it was the future, but the future is
Why
now.
was it circled in the future?
We don't know.
To say that this day will be important.
Okay.
The
They
sex-
knew something would be important at this date.
So wait, this was, then it was circled,
Then it was.
and now it's today.
And now it is that
and
time.
Okay.
And the sex tip for today is blowjob with an ice cube in your mouth.
These guys have been together, sitting in this room for 5 years.
This cosmonaut knew the confusion it would create to make a convoluted calendar, but really only put it there to suggest that they should take their relationship to the next level, hoping the other cosmonaut would read into it, know what's on the other cosmonaut's mind.
He didn't.
That's also why Ice Cube is in the observation chamber.
This cosmonaut just has cop killer running through his head.
This one has ice baby.
This cosmonaut doesn't know it yet, but the sex tip for tomorrow is actually be assertive.
A single tear falls out of this cosmonaut's eye patch.
This cosmonaut turns around and starts to make another drink, but really is just fiddling around.
The sexual tension is non-existent. Non-existent.
This cosmonaut just does not get it.
This cosmonaut doesn't know it, but the sex tip for 2 days from today, in the future, is learn to love yourself first.
This cosmonaut is dealing with the horror that it just watched. The fire and the burning and not understanding why humans always have to be this way.
We see that that's why they left Earth and then decided to stay in space forever.
They're the last two human beings, not only in the world, but anywhere.
Besides the two that just were created on Earth.
And the 2 rappers that are also in the spaceship.
That's right.
We cut to a movie studio where this exact scene is being recreated for a movie shoot.
But it's all really bad cardboard.
Except for 2 human actors, Mr. T and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
As Mr. Freeze.
As Mr. Freeze.
Mr. T holds a cigar, smoke pillowing above his head, and with one fist pounded on the cardboard table.
We see that the entire set is doused in gasoline. And a little bit of amber falls off, falling and time kind of gets the moment and slows down.
The boys are back in town.
Ladies and gentlemen, the painters.
Would you like to see what Francisco has created?
Yeah.
Okay. Good, because we're showing you anyway. Francisco, please make your way to the front. We must see what you have created. Please give a round of applause.
This is a man dressed to make art.
Oh my. Oh, this is
Oh,
amazing.
goodness.
I ate a lot of the jelly beans.
That's fine. That's totally fair. Great. This is you. Okay, so what would you like to name this painting, everyone?
Black boys are back in town.
Racism boys are back in town. Very good. And we must have a suggestion of a new item to be used next week.
Dinosaur stickers.
Dinosaur stickers. Oh, good. And now, please welcome to the stage what you have all been waiting for sure, the bearded man.